the shadow within, recognizing evil and upholding Stoic principles. Evil, an enigmatic and unsettling force, defies simple definition, yet its presence is often unmistakable. While Stoic philosophy encourages understanding human nature and confronting life's challenges with equanimity, recognizing evil is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a visceral experience. The malicious individual may not need to explicitly announce their intentions. Their inherent cruelty and capacity for harm will invariably manifest, and one's intuition will often sense it long before the mind can rationally process it. This inherent ability to detect malevolence underscores the importance of trusting one's instincts and cultivating an awareness of the subtle signs that betray a dark nature. The very notion that evil can lurk in unexpected places, masquerading behind a veneer of normalcy, is profoundly disturbing. It can exist within the supposed sanctity of schools, churches, and even the homes of our closest companions, cloaking itself in deceptive appearances that make early detection exceedingly difficult. Understanding evil, therefore, is not a matter of simply labeling it immoral or cruel, as such terms are subjective and open to interpretation. Rather, it requires a deep understanding of the manipulative tactics and psychological games employed by those who harbor malicious intent, coupled with the unwavering application of Stoic principles to maintain one's inner peace and resilience in the face of adversity. This essay will explore 7 distinct signs that may betray an evil individual once they realize their true nature has been exposed, drawing upon the wisdom of Stoic philosophy to offer guidance on how to recognize these signs, mentally prepare for the challenges they present, and ultimately respond with calmness and resolve. By delving into these subtle indicators and grounding our understanding in the principles of Stoicism, we can arm ourselves against the insidious influence of evil and navigate the complexities of human interaction with greater awareness and strength. Humans, capable of both extraordinary kindness and profound cruelty, can often conceal their true nature with remarkable skill. It may take years to uncover the malice they have meticulously hidden, not because of any inherent failing on the part of the observer, but because evil individuals are often masterful manipulators. They exploit others without hesitation, hoarding resources and leaving those around them feeling depleted and broken. These individuals, more than simply bad people, embody deceit and cruelty. Their cunning extends beyond trivial tricks. They expertly control how others perceive them, meticulously crafting a carefully curated persona. When they realize that their true nature has been unmasked, their initial reaction is not introspection or remorse, but rather a calculated effort to reshape the narrative. They understand the power of reputation and social perception, and therefore prioritize rebuilding their image in a more appealing and sophisticated light. Consider the example of an individual known within a community for their history of harmful actions. Upon realizing that they have been seen through, they do not retreat or avoid confrontation. Instead, they approach the person who has recognized their true nature with a carefully constructed story, denying past transgressions and skillfully shifting blame onto external circumstances or other individuals, creating a complex and convoluted account. This stage performance aims to cast them as a misunderstood figure in need of sympathy and forgiveness. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, astutely observed that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Evil individuals grasp this concept intuitively. By altering others' perceptions of them, they can exert control over their interactions and manipulate their understanding of the truth. This calculated effort to reshape their reputation serves as a means of evading accountability and perpetuating their negative influence undetected. This behavior can manifest in various contexts, such as in the workplace, where a colleague known for unethical behavior might, upon realizing that their duplicity has been discovered, suddenly adopt a reformed persona, emphasizing their personal growth and the difficulties they have overcome. This fabricated narrative is a carefully constructed facade designed to sow doubt and undermine the initial understanding of their true nature. Their aim is not merely to protect their image, but to instill a sense of misjudgment in those who have seen through them. By presenting this alternative reality, they aim to lure others into a state of confusion, gradually eroding their confidence in their own judgment and potentially leading them to embrace the fictional narrative that has been so meticulously crafted. This manipulation not only creates confusion, but also weakens the ability to discern truth and resist further manipulation. Stoic philosophy advises maintaining clarity of mind, focusing on objective truth, and resisting the distractions of fleeting emotions. Therefore, when confronted with individuals attempting to rewrite their reputation, remember that this is not an indication of genuine change, but a sophisticated strategy to conceal their underlying malevolence and continue their manipulative schemes. Beyond actively working to change their reputation, evil individuals often emit subtle, unsettling signals that create a sense of unease. Simply being in their presence can trigger a feeling that something is amiss, a vague and inexplicable sense of wrongness. It is crucial to heed these signals, as they may provide valuable clues to the true nature being concealed. These unsettling signals often manifest as strange vibrations. These vibrations are the emotions, senses, and energies that we unconsciously absorb from our interactions with others. Everything around us, including our own bodies, is composed of energy. When we experience a particular emotion or sense, it is often the result of unconsciously absorbing frequencies from our surrounding energy fields. Scientific evidence increasingly supports the notion that energy and vibrations can significantly influence our perception and understanding of the world. These vibrations are particularly pronounced in our relationships with others, especially when dealing with individuals with malicious intent. Their energy often becomes more palpable and uncomfortable once they realize that their true nature has been recognized. This is not simply a matter of outward behavior. It is also an inner perception. The vibrations and negative energy they project when attempting to maintain control, invade privacy, or create a sense of insecurity can be deeply unsettling. When malicious individuals realize that their toxic behavior has been detected, they often exhibit a noticeable shift in attitude and act in increasingly strange ways. One of the first signs is a change in how one feels about them, an undeniable shift in the energetic atmosphere. Their behavior no longer feels genuine or natural. It appears calculated and deliberate. These individuals may attempt to make life more challenging, particularly if they hold a position of power or authority. This could manifest in the workplace or in social relationships. This feeling of unease is not merely a sense of insecurity. It is a signal that they are attempting to create an environment of discomfort and intimidation. They might begin to invade privacy by asking inappropriate questions or excessively monitoring behavior, demonstrating a lack of respect for personal boundaries. When they feel their power is being challenged, they will go to great lengths to reassert control, regardless of the emotional impact on others. Within the framework of Stoic philosophy, this can be understood through the principle of mastering emotions and maintaining composure in the face of adversity. The philosopher Epictetus famously stated that people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. When one senses these unsettling vibrations from others, it is crucial not to allow these feelings to overwhelm the mind and erode one's sense of calm. Instead, recognize this behavior as a defensive reaction stemming from their fear of losing control or having their true nature exposed. By maintaining calmness and mindfulness, one can avoid being drawn into their manipulative schemes. Instead, use these feelings as a tool to see through their charade and avoid unnecessary conflict. Toxic individuals often have no boundaries in their attempts to control others, but one always has the power to choose how to respond. Instead of retaliating or feeling pressured, remember that calmness and wisdom are the most powerful weapons in such situations. One must ask oneself, do these strange feelings and negative vibrations truly have an impact, Or are they simply a test of one's mental resilience? While malicious individuals may attempt to manipulate the situation, one ultimately decides how to perceive and act in every circumstance. External events are simply opportunities to strengthen one's inner self. Therefore, in any situation, maintaining a still and undisturbed mind is the key to overcoming challenges. When an evil individual's deceit is uncovered, they will often resort to lies to conceal past fabrications. A lie is like a complex web, trapping the liar within its intricate threads. Each new lie adds to this web, creating a tangled structure from which escape becomes increasingly difficult. Wicked individuals, upon realizing that the truth has been revealed, do not attempt to untangle this web. Instead, they spin new threads of deceit, hoping to bury the truth. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, aptly stated that it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. When someone attempts to defend their lies, they trap themselves in a cycle of deception and ignorance, blinding themselves to the light of truth. In everyday life, we all encounter lies, and we may even tell them ourselves. Research indicates that the average person lies once or twice a day, often to maintain relationships or avoid causing hurt. A study revealed that 59% of adults lie at least once and up to 5 times daily, with men tending to lie more than women. However, not all lies are equal. Some are minor, intended to spare feelings, while others are significant, such as concealing an affair. What sets the wicked apart is the nature of their lies. They lie to protect themselves and conceal their wrongdoings. When a lie is discovered, they deny it and construct more stories to justify the initial falsehood, creating a never-ending cycle. This reveals not only dishonesty, but also a fearful and weak mindset. Instead of admitting mistakes and seeking amends, they choose deception. This betrays not only those who trust them, but also themselves. Deep down, they know that each lie distances them further from the truth, sinking them deeper into a pit of deceit. This erodes trust and damages relationships, making forgiveness difficult. The wicked cannot stop. They are trapped in their lies, with no escape but to face the truth, something they dare not do. Even when caught, they continue to lie, believing that new lies can salvage the situation. It can be challenging to remain calm when a loved one hides the truth, whether it's a small or big lie, because trust is broken, and once lost, it's hard to regain. For the wicked, breaking trust is not accidental, but a strategy to protect their personal interests, regardless of the consequences. Such actions are morally wrong and demonstrate irresponsibility toward the feelings of others. Wicked individuals often lack the ability to appreciate and respect the value of truth, manipulating reality to their advantage. Truth is not something they revere, but merely a tool they can bend to serve their purposes. This makes them untrustworthy, and once trust is destroyed, it is difficult to restore. Moreover, individuals with malicious intentions often exhibit a pattern of selective appearance, resurfacing only when personal gain is involved. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. B1. This sentiment underscores the importance of aligning one's actions with virtue, a principle often disregarded by toxic individuals. Once their true nature is exposed, these individuals cease to feign genuine companionship and instead emerge only when they stand to benefit. Prior to the revelation of their true character, they may have appeared as reliable allies, consistently present and offering support. However, as their darker side becomes apparent, their behavior undergoes a significant transformation. They only appear when their own interests are at stake and vanish when their presence is genuinely needed. This behavior mirrors that of an opportunist, someone who never invests genuinely in relationships, but constantly calculates potential gains. Once nothing more can be extracted, they disappear without regard for the feelings or needs of others. A common tactic employed by these individuals is to reappear after a period of absence, particularly after someone has overcome a personal challenge or resolved a difficult situation. They return with apologies, excuses, and the expectation of easy forgiveness, attempting to exploit kindness and a forgiving nature to resume the relationship as if nothing had occurred. If their advances are rejected, they cease regular contact unless they require something in the future. Such individuals never truly change. Their concern is solely focused on personal gain, with no genuine care for others. The story of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus illustrates how individuals can be exploited by those who are disingenuous. Epictetus, known for his teachings on self-control and patience, attracted many students seeking wisdom. Among them was a student who appeared exceptionally loyal and devoted, frequently seeking advice and assistance with personal matters. Epictetus willingly provided guidance. However, when Epictetus faced a difficult situation and sought the student's support, the student vanished. Once Epictetus had overcome the challenge, the student reappeared with excuses, feigning ignorance of their absence. Epictetus, with his characteristic wisdom, understood that this student's interest was purely self-serving, seeking assistance only when it provided personal benefit. He did not allow these meaningless excuses and fake behavior to disrupt his inner peace. This story emphasizes the importance of recognizing the true nature of others and discerning when kindness is being exploited to protect one's inner peace. Stoic philosophy advises against allowing such individuals to impact one's life and mental well-being. Their intentions are not sincere, but rather calculated. A wise person recognizes this and avoids being taken advantage of. Instead of feeling hurt by their disappearance, view it as an opportunity to break free from unhealthy relationships. Remember the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. Act according to your philosophy, regardless of others' behavior. This helps maintain inner peace and avoid being caught in emotional games. When they realize you've seen through their nature, they will appear less frequently in your life. But there's no need to feel regret or anger because their absence is a gift allowing you to focus on more genuine relationships. No one can exploit your kindness indefinitely if you protect yourself with wisdom and clarity. Instead of continuing to forgive and accept these people, focus on building healthy, sincere relationships that offer genuine support and long-term growth. Another subtle yet insidious tactic employed by malicious individuals, upon realizing that their true nature has been recognized, is to undermine others' self-esteem and make them feel inadequate. Imagine confiding in someone you care about, only to be met with dismissive responses such as, "Oh, you should have seen that coming," or "Why did you do that?" These seemingly harmless remarks can leave one feeling deflated and ashamed. Instead of offering empathy and understanding, they elicit self-blame and doubt. In that moment, the malicious individual has achieved their goal, making you feel stupid, isolated, and vulnerable. This is how they subtly belittle others, eroding their confidence and making them easier to manipulate and control. Stoics believe that all actions should stem from reason and virtue. Therefore, those who intentionally inflict harm through mockery and mental abuse demonstrate a lack of virtue and violate the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature. They create situations in which you're constantly questioning yourself, wondering if you truly understand life, relationships, or even yourself. These words and actions are not merely casual insults. They are part of a carefully orchestrated strategy. The most insidious aspect of this tactic is when you begin to doubt yourself. This self-doubt makes you more vulnerable, precisely the trap that malicious individuals seek to set. When you feel weak, you're more likely to seek validation from the very person who is causing you pain. For them, it's a way to reassert control. They do this not because they value the relationship, but because they want you to remain within their sphere of influence, where they can continue manipulating you from where they left off. Stoic philosophy emphasizes controlling one's own reactions. When faced with insulting words or attempts to make you feel foolish, a Stoic would not allow themselves to be drawn into this mental game. Instead, they would remind themselves that their true value does not come from others' opinions, but from inner understanding and self-respect. A Stoic might ask, why should I allow myself to be diminished by the meaningless words of someone who lacks kindness? Rather than reacting with anger or hurt, they would step back and assess the situation from a rational distance, like a neutral observer. This calmness and unshakable demeanor become the most potent weapon against toxic individuals. They may try to make you feel foolish, but they only succeed if you accept and believe it. Stoicism advises us to focus on what we can control, and we can always control our response to others' behavior. Malicious individuals want you to react emotionally, to lose your composure, but a strong Stoic spirit will not allow that to happen. Moreover, their attempt to make you feel foolish is not just a form of punishment. It is a way to distance you from your confidence and inner strength. When you believe you're inadequate, you're more likely to become dependent on them, seeking their approval. But the truth is, this dependence only robs you of autonomy and real happiness. One of the most subtle tactics that malicious individuals use once they know you have recognized their nature is making you feel stupid. But Stoic philosophy teaches us that our worth is not dependent on what others think or say, but on how we face the world. Remember, you cannot control others' actions, but you can fully control how you react and think. That is the key to maintaining your inner strength, even when faced with those who try to bring you down. Moreover, when exposed, a cunning strategy often employed by deceitful individuals involves feigning ignorance about the consequences of their actions. They may act as if they are unaware of the harm they have caused, playing the victim or appearing naive and surprised by the events that have unfolded. According to Stoic philosophy, a person's character is judged not only by their actions, but also by their reactions in difficult situations. Epictetus, the esteemed Stoic philosopher, famously stated, "People are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." In this context, deceitful individuals exploit the interpretations and emotions of others, transforming their wrongdoings into a psychological game filled with deception. When confronted, these individuals often behave as if they were oblivious to the harm caused by their actions. This is not merely an avoidance of responsibility, but a calculated form of manipulation designed to make others question their own feelings and experiences. For example, they might sarcastically ask, "Why didn't you say earlier that you were hurt?" This tactic shifts the blame onto the victim, even when the perpetrator is clearly at fault. When faced with such behavior, individuals may feel confused and angry. Deceitful individuals not only deny responsibility, but also attempt to erase the truth that has been courageously confronted. Even after repeated expressions of feelings, they will continue to ask, "Why didn't you tell me?" This constant repetition serves to avoid accountability and diminish the victim's emotions, making them feel as though they are overreacting or that the blame is not entirely on the perpetrator. This is how deceitful individuals attempt to control emotions and thoughts, making the victim feel wrong or, at the very least, unsure about their right to judge. It is a toxic and sophisticated form of manipulation that distorts the truth to make the victim feel guilty for being hurt. Stoic philosophy emphasizes maintaining a strong spirit in such situations. The actions and words of deceitful individuals are beyond one's control, but the response to them is not. When faced with situations where others deliberately conceal or deny their mistakes, it is essential to remain calm and not allow them to undermine one's sense of self-worth. When deceitful individuals realize that they have been seen through, they will often do everything possible to avoid the truth. They are unwilling to take responsibility because doing so means facing the consequences of their harmful actions. Instead of honestly admitting their mistakes, they play the role of the innocent, attempting to justify that they did not know their behavior caused harm. When confronted, they will try to twist and distort the truth to make the victim feel confused and unsure about their own experience. Such behavior is not only deceitful, but also a sign of deep disrespect, a denial of the truth, and a devaluation of emotions. Deceitful individuals know that once doubt is instilled, they can continue acting without worrying about the consequences. In facing this situation, Stoic philosophy offers an invaluable lesson. There is no need to change oneself or try to please such individuals. What is important is to hold firm to one's values and beliefs in what is right. Don't let them make you doubt the truth. Self-control and steadfastness in spirit will help overcome the challenges they pose. Manipulation, a subtle and insidious form of control, is a tactic frequently employed by evil individuals. If someone is manipulating you, they are attempting to control your actions and strip away your ability to think independently. This tactic not only affects your relationship with them, but also impacts your relationships with others and your overall mental well-being. Manipulation is a form of intrusion that often operates beneath the surface, concealed behind a facade of care and kindness. Manipulators utilize emotional tricks to control others, placing them in a vulnerable position and making it easier to dominate not only their thoughts, but also their will and actions. This is often facilitated by the manipulator's high level of emotional intelligence, a powerful tool that enables them to deeply understand the emotions and thoughts of others. However, rather than using this emotional intelligence to build healthy relationships, they exploit it as a psychological weapon to identify weaknesses and vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities might include hidden anxieties, feelings of insecurity, or deeply cherished personal goals. By exploiting these vulnerabilities, the manipulator persuades others to relinquish what is important to them, gradually making them dependent. Recognizing manipulation is not always easy, as it can disguise itself in many forms, even as seemingly kind and helpful acts. For example, someone may always be ready to listen, understand, and appear deeply concerned about your emotions. However, if their underlying intention is to achieve something for themselves, these actions become a sophisticated manipulation tactic. This type of help creates a sense of indebtedness, leading you to believe that they're the only person you can rely on, thus drawing you into their control without realizing it. When dealing with a manipulative person, it is crucial to establish firm boundaries and adhere to them consistently. Boundaries are not only a way to protect yourself from manipulative behavior, but also a means to maintain your core values and personal autonomy. This means being self-aware, knowing your limits, and not allowing anyone to violate them. A manipulator, with their keen understanding of emotions, will try to bend your boundaries, convincing you that giving up something small is no big deal and that you need to rely on them for safety or happiness. However, in Stoic philosophy, true happiness does not come from external factors. It comes from inner control of the mind. When you allow someone to manipulate you, you're surrendering your personal freedom and handing them the power to control your life. This is something a Stoic philosopher would never accept, as it goes against the principle of living freely and independently. A common manipulation tactic is making you feel dependent. The manipulator might convince you that you cannot handle problems on your own, that only they understand and can help you. But the truth is, once you fall into the trap of manipulation, you will gradually lose the ability to make decisions independently and lose your self-confidence. Manipulators will continue to exploit you until you completely lose your sense of autonomy, becoming a pawn in their power game. Escaping this situation is not easy, but it is not impossible. Remember, manipulators will not give up easily. They will continue to find ways to keep you under control, using every trick to make you doubt your abilities and decisions. The important thing is to keep affirming yourself, hold firm to the boundaries you've set, and not allow anyone to cross them. You cannot control the behavior of others, but you can control how you respond to them. And that is your true strength, a power no one can take away from you unless you allow them to. In conclusion, by examining the 7 behaviors outlined, crafting a new reputation, emitting strange vibrations, lying to cover up past lies, appearing only when convenient, attempting to make others feel foolish, feigning ignorance, and resorting to manipulation, we can gain a deeper understanding of the tactics employed by toxic individuals when they sense that their true nature has been exposed. Recognizing these signs allows us to discern the hidden intentions behind their outward appearances and protect ourselves from their negative influence. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of maintaining calmness and self-control in all circumstances as the key to overcoming any challenge. As the Stoics believed, no one can truly harm us if we possess the wisdom to safeguard our minds and cultivate patience. Remember, toxic people will always seek to control and manipulate, but true strength lies in refusing to allow them to disrupt our inner peace. By incorporating these principles into our daily lives, we can better navigate the complexities of human interaction, protect ourselves from the insidious influence of evil, and cultivate a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment.